Hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, I am going to just set up my stuff real quick. Meanwhile, we can just look at the start menu here. Alright, let me see here. Hopefully this restream thing works. A newer version is available. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and download that. And I will let it do its thing, because it definitely needs it. Because the control shift doesn't work. Okay, I think it's updated. Let me check it. Let's see, let's test it. So, test the chat. There we go. Nice. Alright. Okay, so I should have chat available. And it did leave it on there. Okay, nice. Okay. Alright, so I was not happy with this elevator. I didn't like where we went with it. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. I don't mind the circuit here, but what we need to do to make this simpler is to make this circuit one wider. So I have it memorized on how we did it the first time, so there's no reason for me to do another elevator. It's going to change everything, including these, so we aren't going to need this stuff anymore. I thought it was getting a little, let's say, ludicrous. Ludicrous serialed. Alright, we can leave most of this stuff. I'm going to change these timings because it's best if we don't have to have any of those. So, this circuit, though, will be the same. Actually, nope, it will be in a different location. So my idea here for this next version, we're just going to keep it version 10 even though we've already done a version 10 and it was a failure. I think it was a failure. It's not anything that I would consider to be proud of. I do like the doors, but it is going to cost us a little bit to have them. It's going to cost some space. So I'm also thinking of going back to a monostable. So we're going to get rid of this. Now, technically, we could leave this the same. Yeah, technically, we could leave that the same and we could still get our power from that. But this has got to go right here. No comments yet. Alrighty, I do not need all these buttons. Get rid of some of this garbage here. There we go. Don't need 2 pieces of glass. We do need these though. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it. We need to have access to this purple circuit, and it would just be easier to have it the way we had it originally. This is a smart way. I mean, we can get it much closer, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's got so much stuff that's unnecessary. Yeah, honestly. It's got a lot of unnecessary stuff going on. So, let's go ahead and get rid of this stuff here. I did notice that it did play with the timings a bit. Now, actually, you know what? We're going to actually leave this We're going to leave it like it was, just for right now. Yeah, I'll keep in mind that. So we might go with that, and then we might go with the other one. But first we need to get rid of all this. Yeah, this is going to make this one wider, but I mean, with the door there, it's worth it. I mean, I think anybody that does this elevator is going to be more excited about having the full door than to have any of the other stuff going on. You know? Okay, we can also go back to that. Okay, so originally I wanted to have this in a tileable fashion for two reasons. And I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I think I'm going to leave it the same as it was. And the reason for that is because I would like the yellow circuit. I mean, if we're going to make it bigger, it might as well, yeah. If we're going to make it bigger, it might as well be how we want it to be. And see, so we had this block in there. So I still think this is a good idea here. Yeah, I still think this is a good idea to keep it over here. Definitely. So we can get the two timings. The idea here was to keep this so that we could make it tileable for the yellow circuit. So once I move this over, hopefully the yellow circuit will be tileable. If not, we can basically just, make this the easiest way possible. But like this, the only redstone that's visible is right here, which shouldn't even be touched when we do this. So, wait a minute, is this right? Was it redstone there? Yeah, that doesn't seem correct. I think that's right. That's got to be correct. Okay, so what that basically means is we have to feed into this here. Is that how I had it? I believe so. I believe so. So, we're going to need to figure out how to get the power there. Technically, I could go back to this, but then we get into that. So what I'm thinking is, we'd have to have something like that, but there's no way that we're going to get power from that red circuit. So I think that the best thing to do is to just basically have another piece of redstone. I'm not really happy with it, honestly. I'm not really happy with the way that looks, but it will serve the purpose for right now. I think that I would like to build the red circuit first, and see. So we're going to need red and green. So now, normally the red circuit would be here, like so. But we don't want it to be up close to it. So what we're going to want to do is have it one away, like this. Let's go ahead and come down here. So that's about as low as I would feel comfortable with this going. So that's where we basically want our circuits to sit, just for now anyway. And then we can connect up these powers. So normally the block would be here. Hey, what's up there, Cameron? So we're just moving this one away so that we can basically make the upper door automatic. It's just going to make things so much easier. Yeah, if we just make this automatic, because the top's set to be perfect. So if we could get the same down here, we won't need any of this. Yeah, we won't need any of it. We can make the button however we want it to be, and that's basically that's the best thing. So getting rid of these buttons and not having to have the up and down button, sticks true to my elevator designs. So we just need to figure out where we want that. See, so in order to go down, you're still gonna have to hit a button, but it's gonna be just simpler. It'll be super simple. I did think about moving the green circuit over here. Just have it right next to the red circuit. We'll see if we can get it in there. It will make this elevator it'll make it smaller. Yeah, it'll make it smaller. But first we got to see how this is going to work out. Alright, so Cameron says, I am still terrible, lol, trying to learn different clocks and such like. I don't think you have to learn any of this. It just comes to you. If you start trying to build something, you'll start having issues. It's not like I'm for me, I'm kind of like this. I am not very good at I've never been good at school, honestly. I'm a straight up knucklehead. I'm a knucklehead when it comes to that stuff. Yeah. But when it comes to, like, for instance, when I was 18, my truck for work broke, and I was able to take apart the entire motor. And I found out that what happened was the distributor pin fell out, and I basically found it in the oil pan, cleaned it off, scuffed it up on one side so that it couldn't come out again. And then I did the same thing on the other, fixed the distributor, and then put the entire motor back together the way that I found it. And then it started right up on the first try. Is that normal? No. There was a lot of luck going on there, honestly. A lot of luck. But that just, what it means is that I'm really good. I'm mechanically inclined. Yeah. I'm mechanically inclined. Yeah. So... But of course I was 18. Now my memory is wasted. Honestly, my memory's wasted. So so this is normally where we want to get our power from. So how do we get the power in here? How do we get the power in here? Now I am seeing something that might benefit us. Let me show you what I mean. So if we were to basically have that there like that, it's going to give us the one tick. But if I run this here with another repeater, we can get rid of that one. The biggest issue with this is that we would not be able to get power. We would have to get the door power from the red circuit. Which, I mean, I could calculate the delay on it, and we could still get it, but... So, we could basically set this on that, and that would give us... that would give us the correct amount. And we could also, if we wanted to, we could add in a block here. But I'm going to go ahead and say that looking at it, yeah, looking at it makes me think that if we did that, what's the point of having all of this extra circuitry? I mean, it's not going to be tileable because we're going to need a block there, here, and here. And I'm just going to check it real quick. So we'll probably have power going like this. But it will not be tileable. So the instant extension circuit, well, it actually could be tileable. I mean, because the instant extension circuit is basically going to look like... Where did all of my wool blocks go? So yeah, I don't think that, learning redstone is, to go back to what we were talking about, I don't think that learning redstone is necessary. I think that the way that it works, like knowing different clocks and knowing stuff, all you got to do is just build tutorials. Seriously, just build tutorials. Do tutorial videos, build 4x4 doors. Try and mess with some that don't work. That stuff will make you really good at redstone because you'll learn that you have to go over the timings over and over again. So yeah, I think this does become... Oh, you know what? Well, as long as that's not there, it is tileable. Let me see. Stuck. Let me see. Truck. Truck has massive food delivery thing or a pickup truck. I'm British, so... Oh, well, pickup truck, basically. So it was basically a Ford F-350, pickup truck. It had a 460 in it. It's a really big motor, and it's pointless. If you're from Britain, you naturally get better horsepower and better... like, if I could afford a... I mean, like, I know that, like, the warranties over here are just absolute jokes, Cameron. They are. I mean, if you really think about it, the warranties are just a joke. They really are. Okay, so I'm seeing a problem with this. Let me see. So if we do this, we're going to get a really nice retraction, or we should. I'm going to go ahead and just test it real quick. But I like where it's going so far. I mean, we're definitely getting a better result. So over here, you can basically work, kind of for yourself. You can work kind of for yourself, and that's basically what I'm talking about. Okay, so we see we get 5 to 7 years full free warranty on most cars. Yeah, we get 100,000 miles or 3 years, and that's on most cars, unless we get like a BMW, Mercedes, and they're out of the price range for the regular person. They really are, which is super unfortunate because it makes it so most people have to buy really cheap cars. Which, I mean, thank God we can still get cheap cars. So we're gonna have this here, which is gonna be powered by this. We gotta check the ride on this before we go any further. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hook this up. I am seeing that's gonna be a problem, I think. So that's what it's supposed to look like, right? If it looks like that, then how the hell... Oh, okay. It's because this isn't supposed to be here. Okay. It's supposed to be here. Let me see. I thought most American cars leased. Well, you can lease them, but it's a waste of money, honestly. Like, you don't get your money back. If you're putting money down and you have money, it's a smart way to go, but honestly, it's a terrible situation. I'm not like a big fan of Elon Musk, but I'm going to go ahead and say that him bringing electric cars down to at least the $35,000 range, it should make a huge difference here. And I'm sure, I mean, I really wish he would come up with like a 20,000 version of it. Like, I don't care as long as the car can hit 65, miles per hour. I'm happy. I don't need the speed. I don't need to go 90 on the freeway. But I would like to have a cheap car that, doesn't run on petrol. Seriously. So this does look like it's going to work. But yeah, the car warranties over here, it's like, yeah, you can lease a car. You can lease it, but it's not really worth it. Like I said, it's not worth it. Okay, so we're going to want to have, we want to keep this at about that level. But this does work, although it makes it 1 block wider in the circuitry, and it's going to make it 1 block wider over here. It is going to make it a lot simpler doing it this way. I'm not really happy with this, but I will say that I do know that having this extra tick here is going to make a huge difference on this elevator. I'm going to go ahead and check that right now. Okay. So when this goes in reverse from the top, which we don't have that circuit in. So let me see. Nearly all cars here are brand new, as they are leased by extremely young drivers getting themselves into debt. Yeah, that sounds about the same everywhere. My first car was used, and I had to work on it. Like I said, I mean, I had it 3 weeks. I took it back to the dealer, and then they refused to work on it, and then I had to basically either get a lawyer. I contacted the Better Business Bureau, but I was working, and I just said screw it, and I went and fixed it myself, which is not a very smart thing to do, honestly. Yeah, it's not a smart thing to do. You know, I should have made them do it themselves. You know what I'm talking about? Should have made them do it. So I really am thinking about having this green circuit come. It would basically come right here. So it would definitely get activated on the way down, but I'm assuming that this would be powered already. I'm going to say our biggest problem is going to be, since this is here, how do we get the power? The whole point of getting this elevator one away, let me see, just because they want to keep up with the Kardashians. Yeah, well, I mean, there are some people like that. You're definitely right. I'll say that right now. You're definitely right. There's a lot of people that are just motivated just motivated by the greed of stuff. Okay, so this is not going to work. It's not worth having. I could technically take power off of here, but then when the piston comes up, that's when the doors will open. So it's just not gonna work. So we don't need any of this here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make it. It still needs to be tileable. But what we're gonna have to do is this. We're gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put 4 here. This is gonna be not tileable like that. I'm just super disappointed. I could technically move the red circuit back, but then this comes back. I think that this is the only way that we're gonna be able to do this, unfortunately. Because I need to get the power on the bottom. I need to get the power from here. I have to get the power from here, so we could basically if this is like so, we have that here, and then we have it like this. I can basically come by here with two repeaters and just simply, we could simply do it like that. I need to have it up one. So our doors would be automatic, and we can get them from the same part of the circuit. So it looks to me like, because the doors are the most important, I think. So we need to get that stuff from this height. I don't know if you heard the jokes, but it's called Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I think I got this from the wrong spot. Let's see. So this is the lowest point, so we would want to get our power from here. Is this actually correct? Nope. So we'd want to get our power from right here. Okay, so I think we could just now that won't work, but we could do this and have a repeater there and there and just take the power, save ourselves some redstone like that. Now I'm going to want to have two different speeds, so it's going to end up being too wide. Now I could do this. I could get a secondary power from down here. I might have to do like an inverted thing. See here, if we go with this like that, we can run the power down here with a torch, so inverting it, and then have a torch here to power that. So, damn it. So that would basically, so the doors would stay closed, but they would not open up until they were on a delay. So I want to see that actually. I want to see that working. So that's a hell of a delay, but that's exactly what we want. We want it to close quick and to open up slow, just like the top. So this could work. Keeping up with the car crashians. Okay, so getting that power, we would have to have that there. That's not going to work. It's just not a big enough space, unfortunately. So we're stuck with having that single timing. I mean, I could technically add some timings here, like this. Actually, all I could do is that. Yeah, and I might even want to do this because, well, you know what? This will give us 4 ticks. Let's try it. I'm gonna do the same on this side. We're gonna go. We have 2 ticks on here, and they have to be there. So we could. I'm gonna say get rid of that. Get rid of this. I'm just gonna go ahead and make it wider on this one. Just have it come out a little bit, so we can have a. This is our biggest issue here. Is that we're going to need an extra repeater regardless of how we do this, because if I was to stick power here, it's going to get powered by there, which basically means you have to have some redstone coming in here, which this would work like that, right? Which also means we could get, if we do this, we can get some, actually, that won't work. It has to be down here. This circuit gets real big real quick. So we'll have one repeater here, and we'll put it on 4 delay, which will power that, and then we'll have one repeater. We might as well make it in the same place, and then just connect it right there. We could do that. So we'll get 2 different timings. We'll get an instant on and a delayed off. I'm kind of curious though, because so if you're down here and then you hit this, it's going up right at the exact same time. The bottom is, it's going up at the exact same time as that. So we might end up having to still do something different. You know what I probably should do I should probably look at how I got the power on my multiple floor elevator, because the doors on that are perfect. I'm actually going to go see how I got the power from that, because I have a feeling that we could have left this there. No matter what, though, if we want that door down there to get the same power, it does need to come from here. But if I got to get it from the T flip-flop, I might as well have the T flip-flop here. I don't have any of it hooked up. Yeah, so we'd end up with that. Yeah, this doesn't matter because it works perfect because you only get into it when you're going down. So the doors open up delayed. You know, it should be fine. But this, you know, we want it to open up delayed, but it's instant closing gives us a problem, which means the best thing we could do would be to, well, because we're getting power from right here. Yeah, you know what? I think no matter what, I'm gonna have to send the power from underneath, unfortunately. Yeah, because I got the power for the floors. I got the power from the floors. Basically, I got it from the T flip-flop that's handling the elevator. So, but the top floor can just be wired up like this because it doesn't need all those special timings. So, I would say that we could actually go back to what we had there on this. And we're going to have to figure out how to get that T flip-flop. Now, I could probably leave this here. But I think having it one away regardless. Let's just get rid of this yellow circuit so we can see what we're doing. Yeah, I don't think it's worth having it this wide just to have that ability to get the door power from right here, because it's not really helping us. It's really not. It's not helping us at all. So we won't need any of this. I should have backed this up, that way I could have just gone back to what we have, but I got time, so I'm not worried. I will say that what we'll do is we'll have it like we had before, which was like this. That was yeah, that worked for us. And we'll have to figure out a way to get the power to this. One of the things I had thought was to basically get the power up here, like that. The problem with that is that who wants to see, I don't want to see circuitry when I'm riding up the elevator. Also, the glass would be missing here, so you'd end up seeing this. But ultimately, it would give us the best. It would give us the best signal. As you can see, it's the best place to get the power. And then, I mean, of course, we would have to go like that. So if I did do this, yeah, keep in mind I'm let's see here. I'm gonna get a lever so we can just kind of keep that in mind. Yeah, the biggest problem with this is I don't like it. That's the biggest problem. But we would get the power pretty quick, solid, Biggest issue would be that I don't want to see the circuitry. So I'd rather power it from underneath, even though that does make it bigger. So we're kind of back to where we were, which is I don't think we should have buttons. Just one button will work. Yeah, I think one button's going to work. Definitely one button. You guys can probably hear me clicking like crazy. I definitely think one button will work. Yeah. One button will work. I believe this is how I had it before. I think that's how I had it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how we had it. And then we had that red circuit. We had it like right there. Is that how we had it? I'm pretty sure this is how we had it before. I don't think that's actually correct. Let's see, Thames Business. You put K. So, we kind of want this. The thing is that because you're actually riding up the elevator, having the doors open up on a delay and then having them open instantly is exactly what we're looking for. Except for this opens up on a delay and then closes as fast as it can. It's not instantly. And then of course this, we need to get the power directly from the source. So I'm actually thinking, I mean, we can't have redstone visible there. Also, this is the best place to get power from, or get power to it. But as you guys can see, yeah, we would end up having to do this. And we had this before, and it was just not working. We could not get it to be fast enough to work on the doors. So what I'm thinking is we're going to have to figure out a different way to power these pistons. Seriously, we're going to have to figure out a different way. Also, I need to find out how did I have this circuit before. Because I wanted it to be tileable, but we discovered that it didn't matter. Yeah. So something here is wrong, and I need to fix it. Was it like this? Yeah, it was like this. I think it was like this. So we ended up with a 2-tick automatically built into the circuit. That's as slow as you can make it, which could cause a problem in future updates. And then, yeah, that would be 3. So this must have been redstone. And I don't know what that would have been doing. I mean, it's the only place it can go. And I know we would have been getting power from right here. Yeah, this isn't right. Something's not right here. I must have did it wrong. I could technically go watch my other video to see what I did. Yeah, I might have to look at it. I don't know exactly at what point I had this. I know that before we had it like this with some power like that. And then that was powering it, but we want it to be right up next to this blue circuit because we're going to need to get the power from the monostable or T-flip-flop to those. So we can have it where we had it before, which was the smart place to have it. I have a feeling it was like, nah, it would have been like that for sure. And it would have been here. Just that's not correct. Oh, maybe it was like that. Yeah, it was like that. Yeah, because we were getting the power from that block. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. We don't need this to be tileable is the thing. So I believe this is what we were doing. We were getting it from that block, and that became the input block. And we get our two different timings on this. And then that's where we send our power to, is right there. So we could still technically, if we did it like this, keep it one away. Let me see, that would make it 3 wide. Oh yeah, there would be no way to put the yellow circuit on there. Yeah, the thing about it being here would be that if we did decide to run instant extension, yeah, I'm going to check something real quick. Just give me 1 second. Alright, let me see here. My son is playing. I'm going to go look at the other stream really quick and just see exactly how I did it so I don't end up having, you know, don't have to sit here and spend 3 hours like I did before. We're already 41 minutes into this and I've torn it up twice, which is how it works. But yeah, if you want to become good at Redstone, the best way to become good at Redstone is to just do tutorials. Just do as many tutorials as you can. Seriously. Okay, video. Okay, let me see. So I did get 72 views on this, which is, I guess, good. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I did. I got it correct. Okay. I moved the red circuit forward by 1. Okay. I moved the red circuit forward. So basically, I had the powering in there with a block. I had the power coming in there like that, and then I basically moved it forward 1. I don't want to do that though. I would like to keep that space there. So what I'm thinking is, I mean, if we move it forward, we can technically have the T flip-flop, but we've already tried that, and it just made things so narrow here that it was very hard to get power to this. So if it was here before, when we'll have 2 blocks of space if I do it like this, but it comes at the expense of being 1 wider. But that does mean we can get the power right off of this source. So that should be decent. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, and then we're going to pop that out. And then we're going to do this. Should have probably left that block there. Doing it the hard way. And it's going to need to come one down for sure, like so. Yeah, I don't like it like this. We may go back to the drawing board, but I'm going to go ahead and say that it's probably the best thing is to give us just a little bit more space for wiring and such. I can technically we could change the green circuit to power right there. Problem being is that it has to power this torch off. Well, that seems wrong. It should be correct though. That's how we normally have it. Yeah, I'm still seeing an opportunity to just get rid of that and have a repeater here and get that extra bit of delay on it, which will give the elevator better animation. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I think we're just going to keep it. We're going to keep it like this for now. I want to keep that space open. I'd say the only thing that I'm kind of tripping on is the fact that the input is now here and it shouldn't be. But maybe that gives us an opportunity, honestly. So yeah, I would need to power with the green circuit. I would need to power there on this elevator. We have to have a divider. Otherwise that green circuit's just going to extend forward more. So I'm going to go ahead and say for now, I think that we're going to go ahead and just make it a little bit big. This almost always needs to come up a little bit higher. But it does give us some built-in delay, which is good. Okay, you know what? I need to actually fill this in first. See, we go like that. Oops. Like that. That's actually not right. Like this. Yeah, if we still have our British people watching this, if we still have the Britons in the house, I was talking about leasing and car leasing and all that stuff, which is pretty horrible, I think, and it is a way of capitalizing or making money on another person, you know, and forcing them because you can't afford it. So the only thing you can do is lease for a year, and then you end up going into debt, and you know, unless you are absolutely ship shape, apparently anyway. So yeah, this is massive right here. It really is. I mean, we could technically have it come right off the back and just make this thing really long, but I think we'll keep it here for now. So our input is there now. This is the input block, which would mean we could probably put the T flip-flop. It's technically not a T flip-flop. It's, yeah. So I'm thinking something like actually, you know what, let's bring it one away. Just to try it out, cuz Because we only need the power to come from the green circuit and the yellow circuit, which, yeah. So power is going to come into here, which we could take the power from, power the door instantly. But I'm going to say I don't want to do that. We want to actually get it in here. So like that. There'll be a little bit of delay on this, so it gives us the opportunity to put 4 ticks delay right off the bat, and then we can get the power for the door from here with no delay. And then let's see, we can do this. Whoops. So we wouldn't need any of this here. Yeah, I gotta say, I feel like I put the circuit in wrong. I think that normally I think it's right. I mean, normally though we power it from here. I think the last time I made it 1 block lower, and that's why it's the way that it is, which may bite me in the butt, but we could have our button now wherever we want to. Like I said, we could have it on the floor. We could have it like right here. This wouldn't matter, but you could technically have it right there. We could do the same up here. Just have it below. It would cost us some wiring here. I mean, we would have to hook it up there. We'll see though. I might change my mind on that. So let's just say though, for right now, we want to get our input from there. So we come in here. We need it to go into that. Keep in mind this is a prototype. I will compact this. I will make it smaller. So this is going to come in here, turn this off. Let's go ahead and add a dab of redstone in there. Get rid of this excess garbage. Don't need these anymore. Okay. So right now it's basically stuck on the on position, which would mean this is going to be inverted. So we'll also need to get the power to this area here. Which I'm going to say, normally we would have circuitry under this, but I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to just do this. Yeah, we'll go ahead. You don't have to have... So we could literally just take, I'm going to say a piston, which would give us 2 ticks of delay. We're getting power from here. We want it to not be delayed, but we want to get it from here though. Yeah, we want to get it from there. Oops. So we'll get a 6-tick delay on the elevator going up, which is going to help us, and then 8 ticks later, the elevator is going to activate. Then, yeah, it's actually permanently on right now. When it should be off. So we'll have to invert that, which is okay. Get the power from there now. So that would give us actually the same delay. So I'm going to say that the doors aren't hooked up, so it's okay, but you can see that there's a hefty delay on that bottom. We could definitely fine-tune that a bit, but I want to see about this door now. So if we're getting, if we can get power from here, yeah, that wouldn't work. That would work. Okay, so I would probably want to keep this the same, so we would probably want to come up like that. Come up here. Do that. Torch. So when you hit that button, this door is just going to go whack open. We also want it to close before the actual elevator takes off. So yeah, we're going to have to check this. So I don't know why that updated something. I know you guys heard that. Okay, so so yeah, we would basically need to get power into it. I think for right now we're just gonna shoot for like this. Okay, it's kind of messy and sloppy, but it's okay. So the doors close automatically, which is good. So now we need to add some delay to the button. But we're already looking better than we did before. So well, that was weird. All those pistons have been glitched. Do you see that? It got pushed up. That's actually funny. Seriously, it's actually silly. Something hit it, causing it to get screwed up. It's not the first time. Yeah, it's not the first time I've seen that. Relatively easy fix. I thought I heard something when we pushed it there. I heard something update, and that's what it was. This piston here got block updated by this, and then caused it to shoot up. So we definitely do not want that block there. Yeah, we will want to, just for now, we're going to want to just run this down one lower. Yeah, we'll want to, actually we'll have to run two. That. Yeah, don't really like it, but it's okay. So I'm going to say that seeing what we've done here, we couldn't have done this before and had everything here. Now I'm going to say one problem we're running into is that if we do instant extension, if we have the elevator come straight up, because the elevator's kind of flipped, we could technically have the instant extension circuit right here, I think. So it'd be kind of flipping things around. No more comments. It looks like actually people just stopped watching. Now, this is probably what we would end up having to have is a 4-wide device here. Yeah, it would have to be like that. And we would have to prevent it from getting back powered, it would have to have repeaters there. Yeah, we would have to have it. This doesn't need to come up that high. Yeah, we would have to have it like that. That's as wide as we would want it. So, because it doesn't have to come up as high, we could kind of branch it off here, but it would make it... it would definitely fill the space here. So, all of these would need redstone. And then we'd need to block that off. It doesn't get powered. And we could not have it go lower there because it would get powered by that. But it should work out. I mean, we could do this. Let's see. Do a half slab, but then we could go back into that. Go into that. I'm just going to do this for now. Actually, we're going to have to do this for now. Oops. That is horrible looking. It's okay though. It's just to see how we would like it. So it would need to be like this no matter what we do. And so I am thinking to make this one taller. And the instant extension can just be put, so look, we'll need redstone here and there. That's it. So we should be good. So now if we input this, it should instantly extend it. Why did it not instantly extend it? Did the power not get to it? Let's see, so power went from here into there. It is because, oh yeah, that sucks. The elevator, yeah, I can't, I'd have to flip the whole circuit around. I mean, I could do it, but I would like it to be there because it's already wide enough. So the best or the easiest way to do this, to flip it, would just be to change the input here. So what that would mean is that we would always want this to be on the on position. So simply, why is this powered? It should not be getting oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. That's auto powering it. Okay. What the hell? I did it again. Okay, let's turn this off. This is funny. Shut off. Okay, the torch came on. Okay, let's turn it back on. It looks like it looks like this fell out of it again. Starting to think that although this is the smallest T flip-flop you can use, it's almost worthless if it keeps losing the item in it. So now I need to figure out what caused that update. It's got to be that. So I'm going to say that we need to have this here, and that's what's actually caused this to happen here. Let's go ahead and push it back down. Okay, so yeah, I forgot about that. It would actually update the piston from this side, causing them to shoot up, so it's okay. Some horrific looking redstone. I would say that if we were going to go ahead and make it this massive, we might as well, we could save a little bit. Could save a little bit of stuff here. I would say we could do that. Like that, just for now. Obviously, just for now. Okay. So So it is down, and we want to instantly extend this elevator. So we hit this button, and this should. No, this wouldn't work. I have to invert the signal. So this would basically only instantly retract the elevator. So it is what I would like to have, though. So we could technically flip it. We just need to make this elevator kind of like this. We'd have to flip these torches because the power of the input. Now the only way we could do that is by moving this circuit backwards. So it kind of has to be that way, so we can't have our instant extension on this side. Alrighty. So what this actually means is the way we have it set up right now and getting the input from this side basically means that the instant extension circuit will work. It'll work here. But it's not going to actually turn off the T flip-flop unless we run another line, or I run a line through here, which you can do. You can definitely do that. You just basically switch this to a... technically, we don't even need it there, so I mean, we could definitely get power through here. The question is, from there, can we power this off or on, which we would have to make it... Yeah, it would have to come into another circuit here, and then all of this area is being taken. So we would have to power right here, maybe. We can get power in there. And we could technically do that. And this might actually work out. So the thing we have to be careful of is that, let's see here. We're going to need to do this big... No new comments. I feel like I said something that offended somebody and they just all left. We're talking about leasing cars. Or maybe it was about Redstone. I had some people asking me, you know, how do you get good at Redstone? By doing tutorials. Seriously. You just do tutorials. So, there is nothing there to get powered. So we're good with this, the instant extension being here. I would say our main concern would be, let me see, let's do this, go to that, that, and then that. Yeah. So all that's protected. Technically we don't need, we only need redstone here, 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 like that. That's all we really need. It doesn't have to be a lot. So yeah, so all we would need is an input. Well, we'd still need two inputs. We would need the instant extension input, which we can rig up a, I'll say a system where it turns off or on the input. So when you hit this button, you'd want it to open the door and do an instant extension. So I'm just going to basically kind of get a feel for what we're talking about here to get the wiring over here. We would technically want it to go there. That's the input block. So I know that when this elevator's done, it's going to have something here. So most likely we'll just have a piston there that just pushes a redstone block. And all we really would need is we would just need a piston. So when the elevator is down, we would want this piston here. We would want it to extend. Let's do the piston here. So right now we'd want it in the up position. Actually, we'd want it in, so you got the down position, so it's inverted. So I mean, honestly, this is the best place to have the piston right here. So we could do this. Could do that. And since we're here, we might as well do that. Okay. So if we had our piston here, right now it would allow power through. So it would instantly extend. Okay, that's not going to work. Can do a repeater here, like so. Okay, so so just bear with me. We're just trying to figure this out. So obviously we need two cutoffs. So we would have to be able to get the power from here as well, which really wouldn't be too much of a big deal, except for it making the circuit bigger. And then that piston would want to be, let's say, here, like so. And we'd want to, I'm going to go ahead and do what we were saying, which is to have a piston there with a redstone block. I don't know if that's going to update. Oh yeah. This thing's getting, oh, it's actually on. Why is this one not extended? Weird. Must be this block here. When I did that, it messed it up. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so we don't need this. So from underneath, you would see the piston, but I mean, if you really think about it, this whole area would most likely be blocked off. It doesn't have to be, but you would see that piston there. So we could change the button up a little bit. So okay, so technically we only need it there, and then we would need the power to come through here. I'm going to change this. Okay, so right now it's extended. We would want to invert this piston here. We would want it to not be popped up. So actually, I'm just going to use redstone because we need it to be faster. And then we just need to check it because honestly, so it's basically the same thing we had, except for, I mean, it's a total waste of space, honestly. We should have all this somewhere else, but this one's going to take us a while, just like, I mean, I was pretty lucky when it came to the, multiple floor elevator. Alright, we got 2 people watching. Okay, I don't know why, but my chat completely stopped working. We got, oh no, actually my chat's working fine. Okay. I thought we had more. It does say keeping up with the car crashians. Car crashians. Okay. So we would really want to input it up higher, honestly. But we're going to give this a shot just to see. So we come here, we want the elevator to come up to us. Okay. So I just seen that we got double power there. You could actually see it because this is being retracted. It actually came up too fast. So we're going to want to have some delay here. Yeah, we're going to want to have some delay. 4 ticks, 6 ticks is all we're getting there. So we'll try it again. Okay, I'm going to send it down though this time. So that piston is down. It's going to be pretty much instantly up. So this might be the worst place for us to get the power for this piston, honestly. So what we could do to basically make it faster, because what we want it to do is we want it to be delayed. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to do this, get the power, and we'll have to get the power here, cut that off, and then we'll have to have another repeater, I think. I think it's going to require that timing, and that's going to power in there. So so we just need to, that's going to get two different kinds of power. Crap. Okay, so this can't be there. We can do that, or this even. I think that might be the way to go. I'm going to have that up. Let's see. Oops. What the hell? Oh, I know why. There's supposed to be two repeaters there. Okay. Okay, so we could do a repeater there. So it comes through here, goes through that, powers through this. We would need this piston to be one block over. And that's going to want to go into there, and then we're going to have to build this up, unfortunately. I'm going to go ahead and just have it that way. There's no reason to not have it to go that way. Yeah, there's no reason to even have this here, honestly, because unless we're powering it from both sides, which this would interfere with that, so we're just going to basically have to do that. That's going to self-power itself, though. Okay, I had to deal with this with my other elevator as well. What I ended up doing was this. Putting it on a delay. Because this is only going to power those two blocks, and then nothing's going to power these. So it was just literally not going to do anything. So you have to have, yeah, you have to have that. We don't really need these. So literally that's all we need. So we needed to come in here, power, and then power down here. And then it's going to do, it's going to chain react. Oh, this one's going to do that one. Crap, I just realized that this isn't tileable. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, man. That just sucks. That block makes this whole thing not tileable. Alright, I think we're coming up on some hours here. And I will tell you from experience, my best work doesn't necessarily come when I'm streaming, honestly. I mean, I do get some stuff, but there is a little bit of pressure. I will say people asking questions too does kind of play with me a bit. Let's see here. Yeah, this would have no way of activating it when it's down, so that's actually a good thing. So one thing we could do is to change how we're getting power. Instead of powering, I mean, like, to power these torches is ultimately the best place to do it, right? It's the best place to do it. But that means that we have to separate the circuit like that in order to get anything into it, because it has to be a repeater here powering redstone, which does give us the option in the future to get more power through. And then you have to have this circuit, which right now is screwing us over. So what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking that we cannot have power there. We cannot have a block there. We cannot have one there. So I need to basically find... I could do something like this, technically. And we could make the circuit one wider. Do that, and then it would be... Yeah, this would actually should work. It makes it one wider, and then it would connect there. So that wouldn't work. What about this? I think I got our solution here. Because this is on the same height now. So we technically only need redstone there, and we don't need it there. Yeah. This actually does work. Put power in there. That wouldn't work though. It would require this to be that big to get it to do it, and then I would say on some floors you'd either make it lower or taller, and then you don't need any of this right here. Don't need any of that. You just need, well, you do need this. Okay, so for the sake of it though, to make it look nice, I'm going to go ahead and add in one just to make it look better. And then we're going to take our power, do the same thing we did before. Going to get that piston here. So as long as we can get redstone there, well, that's not going to work. This thing sure gets massive quick, huh? We would want, it could actually stay a repeater. Okay. So, instant extension. Okay, it's not hooked up. Actually, we have the torch wrong. So, we would need it to... We'd need the power to come off of there. That's not going to work either. It would have to be there, which won't work. Shit. Let me see here. I could technically put power there. Close that off. They're both getting power from the same place. It really wouldn't matter. Put a block there. Just doesn't need the torch is all. So right now we would want it to instantly extend. So we hit the button. Nothing happens. Why'd nothing happen? Because I didn't put redstone here. And then we would want this to go through here. Use the same circuit as the green circuit. So power goes through here. There, I forgot this repeater. Okay, this is so close that power went through both. So we need to we need to figure out which one we want to delay. So going down. Yeah, that one caught it, so I'm going to say that that needs a delay. I didn't see if we got power from this. But I'm going to delay it anyway. So we send it down. Yeah, we still got power there. Try 4 ticks of delay there. We did not get power through here though. So that's good. Okay. Oh yeah. That just basically held the power on longer. So we need to, because it came up so quick. I already have it delayed here. Maybe we need to undelay it. Let's undelay that. Undelay. Okay, that made it worse. We're right about having the delay there. We're definitely right about having the delay. I'm actually thinking that this is where we should be getting our power from. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. We actually will need this now. But not all of it. Okay, so if we were getting our power from here, and then we put it on 4 delay, we want that powering the piston. So we would want this down low on 8 delay. And then we want that powering our piston. That powering our piston. And then we want this circuit coming through here with the repeater. And then I know it looks terrible. We'll figure out a better positioning for this, but see. Alright, so yeah, this is staying powered way too long. Way too long. The green circuit seems to be the only one that's actually doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah. Yeah, that's not okay. So this just let power through. Why all of a sudden is it letting power through? It wasn't before. Yeah, it's still, and delaying it just makes it worse. Okay, yeah, it's sending 2 pulses. So this is not working right. The reason why is we're getting the power from the red circuit. I'm delaying it as well, which is probably not doing any justice to it, but so to see this working, I'm going to go ahead and just power. Yeah, what I can see is that when you power this, it needs to be quicker. It needs to be much faster. Not when you power it, but when I power it, it needs to go on and off really quick. Which basically says I could technically use a stone button here, which would probably solve my problems. Yeah, this is supposed to be up right now, and this is supposed to be down. The elevator's up. No, actually, this is right. This is right. So yeah, it's still. So this is on an 8-tick delay. We could try adding a little bit more delay onto it. And we could try adding a little bit more, basically by getting more power for it. Actually, you know what? This is getting convoluted. I'm gonna go ahead and say it is. It's really getting I'm gonna say oversized, and I don't like where we've gone with it. I think I'm pretty sure if we go to the, I want to see how I did it on here, because see here. I'm pretty sure that the door is just being powered on a delay here. Yeah. The door is being powered on a delay, and it's plenty fine. You know, you just need 8 ticks off of the button. Yeah. It should actually work, because we're just getting the power from here, and you can see that it's not that much of a delay. I will say that that's probably the noticeable difference, is that we're going down. It shows it's going down only 2 blocks, so we're well within, you know, specs on it. So we just need to figure out. I think what we need is we need to have timing differences. We need to have that 2 ticks of delay on the button. It's actually 2 ticks of delay, and then have this automatically hooked up, because when you go up, gives you plenty of time to get in it, then the elevator goes off, and then the doors close behind you, and then when you call it down to you, it opens up at a different speed. What the hell? I just seen that. That was weird. I think this is actually the old version of this. Is it? What did I do over here? Yeah, this is all connected to the T flip-flop on the top. But this should technically have this here. Yeah, it should have the same thing on it. Weird. Let me see something here. Do I have a backup of that word? Yeah, here's the backup. And there's 3 of them. Let's check this one. Oh, that's the wrong elevator. Backup. This one should have all my old designs on it. Yeah, this was how I had it before, and it was all massive and big and unnecessary. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say we're going to do something real quick here. One person, and we've been going for almost an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm not planning on going for much longer, but I am going to say that I do remember putting in. Oh, this is the wrong world again. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. It's not the backup world, it is elevator 9 here. Elevator 9, and I could have swore that I added in timing delays for this. Yeah, I could have swore I remember doing it. It's as though somebody changed it. So yeah, it was like this. I had 2 repeaters here. Yeah. This was powering that. And then is this how I had it? Could have swore this is correct. Maybe it was this way. Yeah, it has to be that way. I could technically we want to get 2 different timings, we could just get it from here. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I switched this. Switch this up. So, so we're getting 3 ticks of delay over here. I probably just never messed with it, honestly. So we get 1 ticks going through there. We get We get 4 from here. The biggest problem with that is that it's only going to power the bottom piston. So how would I get 8 ticks in this small area? I will say this is the bottom floor. So we can technically just do this because it doesn't need it and it's simpler. Okay, now we can do what I originally wanted to do, which is to have, yeah, the biggest thing here is that you can't have any power there. So this is where we gotta get our power from. And so I could do like that, get our power off of that. See if we get power from there. We do this. It's a relatively old design. And we would want 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So we get instant power here, which would be on a 2 repeaters delay. And then on this side we have a 3 tick delay. So we can go ahead and add in 1 more repeater here, or just add another tick onto this. I'm going to add another tick. Let's check this again. Still on a delay. This one was faster than this one. 4, that's 8 ticks of delay. It could be that I'm over some chunks or something. Yeah, this one's hella delayed now. Yeah, it looks to me like we're getting different timings. That's what it looks like. We have... Okay, I see what's up. So we got 1, 2 ticks here. 3 ticks on this one. And then we have 8, 9, 10 ticks on that. So that should be simulated by this. We have 2 ticks here. And then this is getting nothing. I'm going to go ahead and just put a repeater there to make it the same. So 3 ticks. And then there would be 1, 2, so this would be 8. We would need 9 on this. 9. Let's check it. Yeah. That's synchronous. Yeah, that works. Okay, so I think that that's what we want to do. And it seemed to me that it could use some timing changes. For instance, that bottom door, if we wanted to, we would need it to open up fast or delayed when it's coming down. But when it's going up, we We could technically use some signal strength on that. I think I'm going to work on that. I'm actually going to note that. I would like to work on that a little more. Okay, this is new up and down elevator. So let's see. So we could get rid of all of this pretty much if we just got the power from here. It would require it will make this a little wide, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Go ahead and make this a different color as well. We're going to go ahead and go with dark green. I'm going to end this on 2 hours, I think. So we'll go with dark green. So we would technically want it to be like this. Want that like this. And we could go 2 repeaters there. 1 repeater here. Or 1 repeater there. See. Prefer it like that. It looks horrible, I know that, but we could also get rid of that pulse extender. So we're going to need 1 repeater here. We could technically get the 2 timing differences from this if we got the power from it. But I'm going to go ahead and say let's keep this legit for a sec. Okay, so all we're going to get here is a 2-tick delay on it. And then over here, we're getting this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it. And we technically only need a repeater there. So this one is going to be one tick's delay. So I'm going to need to add on a tick. I say we go ahead and put the repeater there. So that'll give us 2 delay. So yeah. And then I have this unhooked. It should technically still be getting power. Okay, I should be getting power from right here. See, from there. Okay. Definitely need that there, but that's where we want to get our power from. So we would want this is weird. Yeah, this should be getting power from the red circuit, and for some strange reason it's not even hooked up. It must have been too busy to notice. I would say that what's going on here, and the reason why the input is messed up, is that this needs to actually come down one block further. But that's not... Yeah, because we're going to go 2 blocks below the floor. So we're only 1 block below. So that's where I screwed up. It's okay though, because of the way we have it. What I can do is, we can technically... We don't want this to be powered. We could get... This isn't going to power shit. So it would have to be powered that way. Yeah, that's where we screw. That's where I screwed up, not we. That's where I screwed up. And that repeater is supposed to go in there. Turning this torch off, which basically says the only place we can get power for this circuit is right there. Which puts us in a whole mess of stuff here. Now when we activate it, obviously it's going to activate the piston before anything, but show you guys what I mean here. Okay, I unhooked that. Awesome. Oh yeah, we're getting all kinds of messed up stuff on this world. I don't know if the world's just messed up or what. So right now it would be active, so I think I would have to get... Yeah, it looks like I screwed up here, you guys. It does. It looks like this is not going to work out. But the door will. Yeah, what's actually gone wrong here is this isn't in the right location. Yeah, it's not in the right location. It should actually be... So, for the next stream, I'm going to go ahead... I'm going to leave this here. We're going to leave the evidence of our struggles. But I'm going to get it ready so we can try again. So, so normally we get the power from right here. Like this is normally where the power comes from. So what it basically means is I didn't make this down low enough. So it's supposed to go into a torch here. And that input's supposed to be there. So in the back of the elevator, this is the input block that I normally use. And I probably, when I tore it up, I just didn't really think about it when I rebuilt it. And so that's where we need to get all our power to. Into this block here. And it does give us the ability to get some delay there before the floor actually extends. So like we could have a 4-tick delay there. This goes underneath there. It's all correct. And then we can basically do the same thing we did before. Now that I know that I just screwed up when I was doing this. So yeah, to kind of go into some other stuff, and not that there's a whole bunch of people watching. Let me see. There's actually 3 people watching. Nobody commenting. But I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope that you enjoy this. Seriously, I'm not getting ready to end the stream just yet. I want to actually see what this will look like. So we get a repeater over here. Some redstone. And then that's connecting, so we can sever that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this just in case. Then we're going to want repeater there, 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 and there, and there. So we can get input in there. And then as far as the piston shutoff, we'll rearrange this so that it works properly. We don't need this either. It's down too low on the circuit, which is why it's not working. Also, this takes up a hell of a lot of space. We could technically, and I mean, I'm just going to show you guys something, and I was looking at it the other day, and I was like, you know, it looks cool. It does, it looks cool. But it's not necessary. Honestly, it's not necessary. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. So if we were to just take from this torch, right? If we were to just make it, we could use half the repeaters. So if we have basically that, right? We get our power from here. Yep, we get our power from there. And I'll just put that on there just for the sake of it. You just make this a hell of a lot smaller. We got 8 ticks delay here. So we would want to, let's see, we would want to get our, on the same line, which would decrease any kind of problems we might have. Go here, just to save a little bit. So we get the same time on both by one thing, and it gives us a whole ton more of room. Yeah, it just gives us a whole bunch more room that we need. And it's all the same. I can probably do it on my other floor too, so yeah. So, now that we have the input right, yeah, I definitely screwed up, for sure, when I did this. So, like that, 2 ticks on that. Okay, that's that. So normally I have the input go right into this block, which makes this elevator one wider than it needs to be, but only under the ground. So I could technically, since we need a bunch of delay anyway, I'm thinking since we're using the automatic door, I could probably, to save that, I could probably try and run the T flip-flop needs to be here is the real thing. Yeah, it actually needs to be there. So me and my son have actually been watching, and my wife, we've been actually watching the Star Wars trilogy, which has been pretty sweet. I mean, it's been pretty fun. So this powers that, which in turn is going to not power that. So we're going to need to get a repeater going here, like that. There we go. Alright, so now our input for this will be here. You know what I mean, Bert? Input going here, Bert. Alright, Bert. You know what I'm talking about, Bert? Oh, Bert. You messed up, Bert. So, simple wiring in. It also does leave us some room to put some double time retraction in. Don't need this piston. Yeah. Okay. So this comes into here, and then now all we need to do is take this and we need to get it into that block. Yeah. Get it into that block. That becomes an issue. What if we do this instead? What if we... It's going to require a hell of a lot of repeaters. I need a repeater here, 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 then there, and then it connects, and then we need some redstone there, which is not going to connect. So there's no point of having that there because it ain't going to do anything, so we would need it there. It works though. And it shouldn't update. Shouldn't update because of the repeaters. So that's cool. I don't know if it works. I'll have to check it. Got no power going to it because I didn't put that there. Let's try it again. Okay. Nothing. The hell? Oh. I did the same exact thing earlier. You know what? I don't think I got enough sleep. I'm just going to say it right now. I don't think I've gotten enough sleep. I don't think I've gotten enough sleep at all. I felt like I slept good. So we got an instant extension, but it looks like we're definitely getting an update from right there. So to prevent that update, we're going to have to grab ourselves a stone slab. It doesn't have to be stone. I just like stone better. There we go. That should prevent any updating. Being powered, yeah. That'll prevent the update. Okay. So now we're getting into that place where I go, it would be easier to have two powers. We could also use signal strength. Because this is already going to be one wide, we could technically do the same thing and flip the inputs and use signal strength instead. Yeah, use signal strength to choose whether we do them, but it would require two buttons. So I did that a long time ago, didn't like it, but this elevator is going to be wide anyway just because it has doors. Obviously, you know, there's other ways we could do this to get it to work a little better, but I'm going to go ahead and say that. So if the button, you know, was in the floor, I mean, which was originally planned, Or if we were to just have a single button, like here, where you push it, I would definitely prefer the single button. It will require some extra coverings, you know? It does. I will say that the floor is more sleek, and I haven't seen it before. I really haven't seen anybody do it. So it does make me want to keep that. So I'm not too sure if I want it like that or like that. I wish I had I don't have Twitter anymore. I just got rid of it when I got kind of fed up with doing YouTube. So yeah, I don't know. I actually think to myself, maybe both. Or maybe one on the top. It'd be simple. You just have your down, up button and your down button. Yeah, it would be two separate buttons, two different locations. But I will say that I do like the having two separate inputs from one line. I have always liked that. I just thought it was cool. But if we were doing it this way, the bottom would be just simple. I mean, literally, you just hook up a line. We could just literally, you could just have it like this. Yeah, it'll come down, power it. So I'll keep both those in mind. So we do need some delay like we did on the other one. So I believe it was I think it was that much delay. So before this gets hit, there's 2 ticks over there, so we would only need that much delay. Let's check it. And you can see the doors close after the elevator starts taking off, which is kind of not what we're looking for, but it will work for now. Oh, yeah, I'll have to put that to a vote, which ones you guys would like more. And then as far as this one goes, I would say that wiring it up is probably the better way. I'm going to go ahead and pick purple. So if we wanted this to work properly, we would need basically 2 separating circuits. So one of the simplest ways to get that would be to have 2 repeaters on the same exact time with, for instance, that. So, when the doors are closed, which they should actually be open right now because the elevator is on the up position. Why is that? Because this piece of redstone's missing, that's why. Ooh, and that's being deflected by that. Okay, so we can't have that there. We could not do that either. We could... Okay, this is going to be different here. I would hate to have to do a whole floor for that. That gets updated. I could technically put 2 repeaters there, though, if we needed to. So normally we get the power from here. In this case, yeah, so this being here, it does become an issue just on that. So we would have to get it from here. Seriously. Um, hmm. We could get it from here or from the circuit. Yeah, I'm actually thinking that, so when the doors normally get basically instantly hit from here. So it should be on the on position right now to have the doors open. So I'm just gonna rig this up. It is on it's on quite a delay actually. So right now it's extended. The doors should be opened. So I had it right. So like that. Okay. So the doors right now should be opened. And we should be getting power. Should be getting power into this. So it's so quick though. I could see two different powers going off. And I'll show you what I mean. So I hit this button. This would have to be delayed for quite some time, and because it's with the door, it actually did look like it was okay for now. So it's going to extend at a 2-tick delay. Then it would call up. Let's just check it real quick. It should have worked. This goes here. That powers that. Goes down here. This goes down there. I don't have this hooked up to anything. What the hell? The elevator is actually already being powered. So when this turns on, all of these become powered. Yeah, that's weird. The F. So I'm actually curious now if so now that I have it backwards, the instant extension is actually working the way that I would want it to. I am not having a good redstoning day. I'm going to say that right now. I'm not having a good redstoning day. What it basically tells me is that this is all hooked up correctly, but yeah, all it would do right now is so the circuit's up. Okay, so that makes sense. The problem that we run into is that we actually need this to be the opposite. Let me try. I don't really want it to be wider than this, but for right now, so we would want this piston extended so that the down circuit would be used. Like that. Okay, so So right now it should do an instant, or it should do just a retraction. Okay, that locked up because that's connected. Okay. So that definitely screwed things up. So, and there was some power there, as you've seen, because the piston, because the way the piston is. We're getting two different times here, so that may be screwing with it. We may have to get the power directly from the source, which I think that's what we're going to have to do, which would be here. Okay, so it goes down, then this, we may actually, I think what I might actually be able to do is just get the power from a lower area on the circuit. So for instance here, and then I would probably have to do an inverted tower here, but let's just do this for now. So this is saying instant extension, and it shouldn't be. Excuse me. So, oh wait a minute, that's not right. Well, okay. These should actually be like that. Okay, so if we wanted something like this where we got just a single power, we would actually need two separate powers on here. So we're getting the power from down low. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this. And we're going to just basically do that for now. So actually I'd want to do it the other way. Like this. So it should be extended right now. So there's only two ways we can do that. One would be to invert this signal, which is just going to give us a ton of delay. That makes it about the same, but that's still 3 ticks difference. But it might actually help us. So when we hit this, we're actually getting power from 2 sides, but get rid of that. I'll put a repeater. No, I can't have a repeater. I gotta have a repeater here. Okay. So, so right now you can only go down. Okay. It did seem like it stood there. It's not turning off the circuit though, so this is coming down here. I must have... Something's not right here. Oh, we're missing that redstone there. Yeah, okay, so the circuit wasn't completed. Okay. So that gives us the perfect delay. It shouldn't have came up like that, but we can sort that out. So now we would want it to do an instant extension, but it does seem to catch. Yeah, so now it's passing through. So it works good when we do the down circuit. Okay, why is it still double pulsing? There must be some more getting through here. Yeah. Okay, so let me see. If I remove this... Oh, wrong button. Okay. So it should only be able to instantly extend now. Looks like this is going to need a pulse extender on it, which my old one needed it too. Let's try this. Is the yellow circuit not connected? Neither. Is the question? Okay, I think I think I see what's going on here. So let's actually check this here. It's missing some redstone. There we go. Should have checked that to begin with. I don't think we even need a pulse extender, but I'm going to leave it on there for now. See how much time we have as well. Alright, so we're at 2:20, which is way longer than I actually wanted to spend, but it's okay. Still got 2 people watching. Okay, so we can't go down now. Now I will say that something we can do is to get a second time from somewhere else. So we basically, as long as the circuit is being powered, we would want it to extend, but only when we want to go down. This is where signal strength would come in handy, but for right now, this would keep the piston from actually doing that. So let me see here. Yeah, it won't work on this one. So it definitely works here. But the power is not going through quick enough. Or we lost this thing again. We did not. Go ahead and put that. Actually, we're going to use glass. There we go. I need to check this. So we send power, it goes down here, and the reason it's not working is because you have to input it on 2 separate. That sucks. It'll work. I mean, for now, we'll just get it working. Yeah, it needs to have a pulse. It needs this on is what it needs. So we get our instant extension, and it goes down at the same time. So that's not working at all. It only works. Yeah. So I'm not liking that. We will. I do like the way that it's looking, though. I mean, I'm happy with this stuff. I'm happy with this. I mean, it's kind of big. Yeah, you know, it's bigger. But I could technically take all of this stuff and put it and make this thing really long. But yes, considering all the controls are going to be here, I mean, honestly, I thought to myself, something that could be done too is, I mean, I do really enjoy CNB Minecraft's elevator. Maybe I could, since we have this here, so technically there probably would be a wall here. If there was a wall. I'm going to say let's leave the pistons out. What if we had it like that? I mean, this would work if I put this on to CNB Minecrafts, but I definitely do like this thing for sure. I do like it like that. So I'm going to end this live stream here. So, yeah, I'm thinking that these doors have become an absolute, problem, honestly, and that they need to be over further. Yeah, I think they've become a problem, and I mean, where we're having to get our power from now, yeah, it became an issue. Yeah, we can't get power from there no more. So I could technically build another purple circuit just for it. I mean, we could, technically get the power, do the same exact thing, and get it from the torch here, which would give us kind of a delayed opening already. I could also put another repeater here, which would enable us to get power from there. And then that would get powered, damn it. Let's see, what if we did this instead? What if we... Yeah, that would definitely interfere with it, with that circuit. It really is the only place I could get the power from. The biggest issue would be I'd have to double invert it, which is going to add on a lot of delay onto it. And it still takes up about the same amount of space. Which, to be honest, was the whole goal, was to not take up so much space. I mean, that does give us a little bit of room. It does give us a little bit of room. Yeah. So, I'm wondering if, when the doors are open, if I was to change the circuit round a little bit, or get some timings from somewhere else, if that would actually help it. Yeah. We can see it, what's going on there when we do this. And this is going to retract much faster, so I wonder if I like back powered this. I want to see this. So let me go ahead and yeah, it works on the down. Whoa. It's still got two powers. Yeah, we just got double power there. Yeah, you can see it. Crazy. Yeah, that's not working at all. Okay. Alright, I've been messing around with this long enough, I think. We've definitely come a lot further. We've settled on where we want the circuits and design. We can do some other stuff to make it slimmer. I just need to design a circuit that will give us the on and off button. Before, we were using the power that we're using from here, which I thought, hey, we could just steal it from there. But because of all this delay we're having to use, it's making life hard, I'll just say. Unnecessarily. Yeah, it's definitely making things harder than they should be. So we would need a repeater going this way. repeater going that way. And then we would need to get our power from here. Okay, get the power from there. This is supposed to be on delay. Now we wouldn't need any of this. We would just need that. Yeah. Yep. So that would work. The power is going to do the same old thing it normally does. Let's check the down here. So I'm going to go ahead and just I'm going to go ahead and power. So it's in the down position, and we want it in the up position here. Okay, and then down. Yeah, what the heck happened there? Seemed like it was fighting. It did. It seemed like it was fighting the it's like it got shut off, and then it got turned back on, and I'm like, where is the power coming from that's causing that? Definitely worked. Yeah, there you go. See that it just kind of stood there for a second, just waiting. Oh, it could be that. I think it was that. Yeah. It was waiting because there was that delay there. Let's try this again. So at least we can say we accomplished something. It still did it. Why is it delaying there? It's almost as though there's a repeater or something preventing it. Oh, I see. Wow, right there. Oh my god, here. Look at this. I tore it out because I didn't think we would need it. We definitely do, right? I'm going to leave that there. This should fix all of our problems that we've been having. All of it. Yep. Works for me. Looks good for my house. Hey, what's up? I like elevators. Space Boy. I actually did not see you comment. Sorry that I didn't see you comment. That was almost an hour ago. Wow. I missed that. Sorry about that. I can see comments. I just was too focused. Anyway, so we've come a long way. I'm not very happy with this thing. I'm going to leave it though so I can work on this later. I really want to get rid of I want to get rid of all this right here. I don't like it. I think we can get our power through the center here. I do. I think we can get our power to go right through those circuits. And we can have our T flip-flop here. And we can get our power to run through these. We can get two lines to come through it. and that'll make it'll just get rid of this entire area so that it'll be much smaller. And then I just need to decide, do I want the button here or there? Because right now, something else I wanted to point out too is I think the animation on the way down is actually kind of... It's much better than it used to be. It's much better than it used to be, but... Yeah, it's much better than it used to be, but... I wonder if we're built across the chunk. I wish MC Edit worked on this version of Minecraft. Anyway, I'll say I hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll come back to this probably tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah. Maybe next time I'll I'll notice when people comment. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to comment, like the video, and subscribe. Maybe even spread the word so I can continue doing this. And you guys have a good one.